So hello, another stream this Sunday afternoon, Sunday early morning for you. And there's gonna be another P-40 practice strafing. Final preps. Start the game and we're good to go. I've got video. Let's check sound. Another P-40. And the best server of all, SteelSkies server, always available. Always pretty good weather. Scoop dogfight. Some new servers I see in servers list, and I'm gonna try and do that mission program which I wasn't able to complete yesterday. That was partly my fault, partly game freezed. So beauty airfield in English manner and set up US Army Air Force livery, set up 100% fuel, 700 meters convergence distance, and we all set to go. This time I will repeat the right simulated formation pattern after takeoff. Before takeoff, as usual, I will do taxiing. It's gonna be right formation pattern. Then I will, to make my route and flight profile a little bit different from yesterday's, I will go down to minimum altitude. On low level I will follow somewhere here and then turn back north and get myself into the attack zone, combat zone. But anyway, now we should start. Once again, check out track IR. Visions should be good. I will do final checkouts. I'm gonna need to do something with my track IR. I will probably repair it. I've got a little bit not well doing when I'm lowering my no, I'm certainly do not speak German, but let's say words of appreciation for those who run this server. Okay, before engine start settings, RPM full forward, throttle I don't need, mixture I don't need on this airplane. Half closed cowl shutters, trims to 5.5, that's 70%. Check with Technochat. Yes, that was 70%, and 5.5 to the left rudder trim, that's 34, something like that, 34, no, 34. Okay, and all set to engine start. It's beautiful. 3 hours 45 minutes left till mission, and so I love it. Yesterday I've noticed this airfield has got quite a long landing strip. Beautiful airfield actually for bombers. So maybe I will not operate on A20 anymore on this airfield, because I've completed my operational training program and now all my sorties will be on combat servers, parking brakes off, and next I will do taxiing towards readiness, rolling to start readiness position or hold spot to start moving on turf, on grass. You need more than 1500 RPM power. Manifold pressure gauge isn't functional yet on such a low engine power, but RPM governor also isn't functional because of low RPM, and my goal is to set up 1020 RPM. Okay, that it's set. It's not too much, maybe too much, maybe it's 1025, 1030 RPM, so my taxiing speed would be too much. So I'm gonna need to move forward and backward from time to time to move my throttle forward a little bit and backward, not to let her accelerate too much. That's that was circling attempt, but this left circling attempt was minor, and I was able to prevent her from circling without using brakes. I'm taxiing without using brakes, and once again throttle a little bit back. You see it's on this gauge, it's less than 1000 now, and forward. I would like to set up 1010, 1015 RPM, but I'm not able to, it's set 1010 RPM, now it's 1010, 1015, perfect for me, quite low, safe and convenient taxiing speed, which would be vital in in group operations. Just 2 hours ago I've been watching very good English speaking squad sortie. I'm sure those guys, including group leader, were very experienced players, but still he took off, set up, heading towards the target, and asked, is everybody happy? No one answered something's wrong, but you could see on that video no formation at all. Huge distances, more than kilometer distances between group members. No any order in group, no technique, no group tactics, no group techniques, no skills needed for that. So in my missions I would like to do everything to evolve skills which gonna be comfortable and convenient and good for group flying. So this very boring and slow no brakes taxiing, S-turning taxiing would be crucial for normal group taxiing from your parking place towards the start position in combat situation. Not only you should look ahead to watch not to collide with other airplanes, you should watch the surface conditions. Surface isn't real, isn't ideal. We got ideal surface everywhere. That's quite unrealistic. You've got obstacles, you've got some equipment, storages, some stuff laying on the ground all around, some places which you should avoid while taxiing. So that's why you need to do S-turning and do it quite slowly without unsafe acceleration. My taxiing speed now is quite fast, I would say, but I will not do anything because I'm almost there. This point is readiness, rolling to start readiness position. And that was circling attempt, so my taxiing wasn't 100% accurate. I was forced to use brakes, so that was my mistake. Canopy closed, and next I will pick up the right timing for takeoff. Now it's 9 hours 49 minutes 10 seconds. In 49 minutes 30 seconds I will start rolling towards my initial takeoff position, start position, and in 9 hours 50 minutes 0 seconds I will start takeoff. Let's do that rolling to start without using brakes, and much better than last time. I should stop with heading 150 plus minus 5 degrees and do that in 20-23 seconds. Okay, no brakes, brakes applied, and start slowly. Throttle forward in 5 seconds to 39 inches. That was okay, slight adjustment, so no more than 40 inches. Not to hurt the engine, and to have standard procedure. I switched on TechnoChat to set up right RPM after takeoff, and when it's 130 miles per hour indicated, I will take off. take off. Wheels up, nose down, RPM down to 72%. She's accelerating and nose up, throttle back, she's stabilized. Absolutely 100% fine. Executed procedure, standard operational procedure. My P-40 is stabilized, a little bit too much airspeed, not a big deal, and now I'm climbing until 750 feet and then I will start transitioning into straight and level. Not too much, was my mistake, too low power, some reason I moved the throttle, that was my mistake, not well, not good. And transitioning into straight and level, minus 10% elevator trim, RPM down to 43%. Set up rudder trim and aileron trim. All this standard procedure you need for group takeoff and formation pattern. So you need to do everything standard. She's pitching nose up, minus 5% elevator trim down, more, minus 5% more, technichat off, I don't need it anymore. And when she starts pitching nose up, throttle back. Throttle back on 19 inches. So, absolutely fine. Heading is fine. Vertical speed not exactly 100% fine, but almost there. Airplane stabilized, and then in 55 minutes 0 seconds, so my takeoff plus 5 minutes, I will start right 90 degrees turn. That will be good practice for formation or rejoin after takeoff. Rejoin after takeoff pattern. I hope this mission is gonna be very long. I hope I will not do anything stupid like yesterday. It was initially my fault. I was indiscreet while performing simulated AAA suppression pattern. And you can see those hills, which are the reason why I climbed so high, 800 feet. It should be not more than 600 feet. And my timing 35 seconds till first right 90 degrees turn. P-40 is stabilized, absolutely fine. Watch out. The right timing, do not slip. And turn right. Extra power, pull up a little bit, not letting her. A little bit more power to accelerate a little bit. Bank angle 15 degrees, not letting her increase negative vertical speed. And my new heading is 240, under turning 30-35 degrees for new heading. Off new heading I retard the throttle, so let her slow down a little bit. And anyway, when I level up in 240 heading, she is gonna have slightly excessive airspeed, so she will climb. My task is to make that excessive airspeed less. That's good. She's stabilized. 40 seconds till second right 90 degrees turn. Once again, I'm not able to do any combat mission with such mission program. No server with P-40, long mission and vehicle convoys and long ranges without airplane icon, but with technochat. Turn right, pull up, additional power, extra power, excessive power. My new heading is gonna be 330, undetermined 30 degrees of new heading. I retard the throttle back on 19 inches, 19.0. So my P-40 is gonna slow down a little bit. I don't need excessive airspeed when I level up. That will cause climbing. So she almost stabilized, a little bit excessive airspeed, and power is insufficient. I need 19 inches, 19.0, it was 18.5. 19.6 is too much. I'm struggling with that throttle level on my joystick. It won't let me set up 19.0. Let it be 19.4. It's gonna be too much. Yes, that's too much. Watch out, heading 19.0. Call shutters close a little bit. I didn't paint approach straight for my landing. Stupid feature, painting feature. So I'm losing altitude, so that 19.4 wasn't too much. 19.4. That was staged balance change which occurred. My auxiliary fuel tank behind pilot's back burning fuel, get less and less fuel left in that auxiliary fuel tank, so that's why my P-40 is lowering and lowering her nose very slowly, but not gradually, but that change is staged. Such a physics in this game. And how about my timing? My takeoff time was 50 seconds, so 3 minutes 0 seconds. 50 minutes, sorry, 0 seconds, so 3 minutes 0 seconds. I will start third right 90 degrees turn, so I've got 1 minute and 30 seconds till that turn. Quite a long lag between second turn and third turn on formation pattern. In case of group flying, you will use that time, about 6 minutes, to set up the right formation, to do all the hard work of group members, to set up formation, and leaders' responsibility is to have 0 vertical speed and desired heading ±1 degree. As you can see, that's 330 ideal, not ideal vertical speed, but almost 0. That's stabilized attitude flying, straight and level attitude flying. I get it with combination of elevator trim settings and airspeed. Airspeed I pick up with my manifold pressure adjustment. 10 seconds till third right 90 degrees turn. No wind on this server, on this map, very convenient for training purposes. So I don't need any adjustments for wind shifting on combat server, such as Finnish server. I always do those adjustments, but that's very rare occasion when I fly P-40 on Finnish. On A20 we don't have third and fourth turn on formation pattern, because after second turn, when you form up level bombers formation, that's a close formation. You don't do any turns with such a high bank angle, 15 degrees. You do all the turns with very low, with 3-4 degrees bank angle. That's for, you need that to have very long turn radius. That's important. For group leaders to be able to maintain that close formation. Those guys who lead close formation and do 10, 15, 20, 30 degrees turns, bank angle turns, they show the disrespect for those who working hard to maintain that close formation. And 1 second and fourth 90 degrees turn, and after completing this standard turn, as you can see, standard 15 degrees bank angle, standard 0 vertical speed, I should see a landing strip on my airfield right on my 12 o'clock. If it's not 12 o'clock, that was my inconsistency, my errors while performing those turns or straight and level flying or wind shift. As you can see, once again, it's not exactly 12 o'clock, but more 12:30, more than yesterday, I would say. I shift a little bit to the left, so my third and fourth 90 degrees turns were bigger radius than first and second. But anyway, that's quite accurate. Absolutely fine, I would say. Nothing is ideal in this game, in your skills, in your abilities also. And next I will turn right towards maybe 225. Okay, turn right. Your heading's gonna be, let's say, 240. No. 225. And then I will perform descending. I will not do transition into stabilized descending attitude. I do descending, which I call diving, and while performing low level flight, I will do diving and jumping. Diving is descending without changing airspeed, so I decrease 5 inches manifold pressure and lower my nose so she doesn't accelerate. As you can see, she pitches her nose up. Why? Because I wasn't discreet and she accelerated. I didn't want that, so you can pick up the right nose position and the right engine power, which will enable you to maintain constant airspeed. This constant airspeed is very important, because when you level up, I will level up in 5 seconds maybe, you're gonna have still the same airspeed, so you will be stabilized immediately. So I level up not to hit those trees and throttle forward once again, and she's stabilized. That's very convenient. When I pass those trees, I will dive once again. Well, that's not low level, that was too much altitude. Once again, -5 inches, nose down, not letting her slowing down, not letting her accelerating. So if her nose is stationary, not pitching up, not pitching down, that means you've got decent airspeed. You don't need to watch your airspeed gauge. And now she's still stabilized. That's the technique for low level flying. Of course, we don't have any landscape in high seas, in open sea. I'm turning left. 180 is my new heading. In case of formation flying spread abreast formation, that would be 7 seconds delay turn. I was indiscreet. I overturned 5 degrees. Physics in this game is quite advanced, so you've got aerodynamic cushion between your wings on a low level. As you can see, those spots of water, they occur when your altitude less than 10 meters. Still, I would say too fast. Now I'm simulating route flying on a low level. That would be great when you, in realistic gameplay, when you need to stay stealthy. I would say that's a low level, definitely. Definitely low level, but my power is definitely insufficient. I need 19.6, okay, 19.6, and I will fine-tune my airspeed with opening and closing cowl shutters, those cowl shutters underneath my engine cover. I don't want to climb, I don't want to hit the surface. And you can see your altitude, it's 30 feet, so about a little bit more, no, 60 feet, so that's 20 meters, that's too much. Let's open, and you can see why it's too much. My manifold pressure is not 19.5 but 19.9. That's not good. Yes, 19.4 is gonna be much better. So now she's gonna lose altitude. That's too much. 50 feet is too much. It's 15, 17 meters. I could do lower than that. P-40 is perfectly stabilized. I will go to simulate, as I've said previously, earlier, this game has got very poor multiplayer. I ain't got no combat server with ability to perform a lone mission. Historical air war training was such a server. I could take off here and go here to strafe enemy vehicle column. I consider that type of mission is one of the main for tactical aviation, combat aviation tasks, to find and to destroy trucks and tankers, tank wagons and Opel Blitz trucks deep inside enemy territory. That's crucial for your military efforts. But in this multiplayer, those guys who love to crack the panzers, to destroy panzers, tanks, they not often have that ability to work against tanks. And for me, I like very long missions, very long ranges from takeoff to the target. For me, I need to simulate some route flying, because combat server with P-40 with no airplane icon, with Technochat and with decent vehicle convoys, are not available. Technochat I need only to read elevator trim settings, so I need to fine-tune that elevator trim, and while having that transition from one stabilized attitude of flight to another, from straightened level to climbing, from climbing to straightened level, from straightened level to into descending, wheels down, flaps down, descending before landing. I like to do that in standard manner, nice and easy, and for that purpose I need to feel exact amount of trimmed up movement. So if I got the simplest joystick, mouse and keyboard in my controls, the Technochat is the only way I can do that in realistic manner. Those who got very complex controls, gamepads, or the best trainer like, I don't know, Link Trainer or professional training simulators, of course they will not need that. But in other ways I need Technochat only to read my elevator trimmed up. So Technochat should be optional, those messages should be optional, but guys who do not appreciate realism, they fly with auto level with that ugly heading indicator, which I don't use. I see heading with beautiful instrument panels in this game. If you say to them you use Technochat, they start laughing at you and throwing rotten tomatoes into you, so you become a pariah and you become a joke for them. But actually my flying is much more realistic than those guys flying. So we all should have our own ability to set up our own realism settings, and guys with different realism settings should be able to play right next to each other, but they should have different credit for that, and stats in some evaluation or evaluation game part. So those who use more realistic, they should have more credit. Those who use less realism, they should have less credit. But do not take away, do not deny them to fly like they want to fly, to play like they want to play. Do not say you've got that game Mad Runner when someone's placing beautiful Aleutians airbase dump on airfield, and P-38s, P-39s were taxiing and taking off on those dumps, dirt. Do not say there is Mad Runner game. We need all of that in this game. Taxiing physics in this game is beautiful, but no wheels blocking. That's an arcade unrealistic feature. Unfortunately, it was left in this game. It's all leads to less good feeling, less enjoyment from the game when I see good experienced players blocking the tail wheel and applying full brakes and taxiing without S-turning, risking colliding with each other. I do not appreciate that. So Technochat on, I will do transition into climbing attitude. Plus 5% elevator trim, RPM up to 72. She's pitching nose up. When she stops pitching nose up, plus 5% more. I adjust aileron trim, plus 5% more. I adjust rudder trim to 35, plus 5% more. When she stops pitching nose up, I adjust aileron elevator trim, plus 5% more. That's quite fast. And 5% more. Technochat off, I don't need it anymore. Throttle forward and 26-27 inches. She's stabilized. Why she's stabilized? Because I could catch that 150 miles per hour indicated airspeed. Airspeed is a key. Airspeed is crucial for everything in terms of stabilized attitudes of flight. So my trim is set perfectly. Power is set, trim set, and when you've got pitch angle and airspeed, though that's a combination for you to have stabilized flight, so your airplane maintains vertical speed, maintains constant airspeed, so your trims work better, so you can trim and let your 15, 20, 30 seconds sometimes to work with your map, to look around, to answer group members' questions, to do anything without wasting your attention on flying your airplane. That's crucial for group flying, very, very important. You should be fresh, you shouldn't have too much fatigue while flying formation, route flying, and almost 100% of community do not appreciate that. I know there are guys who play such stabilized attitudes, they're good, I salute them, but almost 100% do not use those stabilized attitudes of flight, and when they fly formation, they just not able to perform good formation. They how you say it, get themselves tired to unnecessary fatigue for them. I'm turning left, your heading's gonna be 045, I think, and it's almost 3,000 feet. I switch on Technochat once again, and we'll do transition into straight and level. Minus 10% elevator trim, she's pitching nose down, RPM down to 43%, aileron 1% rudder, minus 5% more, because she stopped pitching nose down. She stops pitching nose down, minus 5% more. My heading was not well, was wrong, my bad, minus 5% more, and minus 5% more. Technochat off, I don't need it anymore, and wait a little bit and throttle back to 20 inches. And one mistake, I did a mistake. I didn't set up mixture. That was my mistake, very bad mistake. I didn't do that mistake yesterday, so I could use less fuel for that route flying. I've used too much fuel. Sorry for that. That's why you need to practice. You need to give yourself enough decent practicing. And once again, as yesterday, that's my target. I will perform simulated. Let's set up a correct straight and level. 21.5 inches gonna be enough, and I will show you my combat stage plan. This vehicle I will use as simulated flak unit, and AAA suppression pattern is descending over here and turning and strafing. So my attack heading is the same heading which this convoy has got, 030. So this area is an area of entering that suppression pattern. I enter that suppression pattern once again like group members should enter, with braking right or braking left. So you should enter this area with heading perpendicular to your attack heading. 030 is my attack heading. Perpendicular will be 300. So I should find myself on a approach straight for that area with heading 300. So I'm moving somewhere here and I will turn. Oh, now I should turn left. I'm quite far. Yesterday I was too close, today I'm quite far. Anyway, I should turn right on Sandon, and on this approach straight I will switch to combat mode, which will include higher power, different trim settings, and I will reset my track IR. And somewhere here, when I will see my target almost on 3 o'clock, I will brake right and initiate AAA suppression pattern. In terms of realistic flak units, all that routine, all that procedure will be crucial from survivability point of view, because the right speed, the right positioning of attacking airplane is crucial to make it nice and easy, to make it precise, and not to let enemy flak units to hit you. Of course they will hit you, but you should make that less likely. You should make your own firing much more likely to destroy that flak unit. That's very important, and from some point of view, it's the same procedure as landing procedure. To have a good landing, good touchdown, you need to have your turn left, your initial glissade point picked up right, and you have to have standard final approach and standard flare and standard touchdown. So It's better for you when you're able to make all those standard operational procedures standard in similar way all the time. Okay, so let's say that was the end of fourth mission stage, route flying, and now technochat on. First, Precayar settings. Second, open 3/4 call shutters. RPM up to 72%. Manifold pressure to 30 inches. Trim down to 25. Zero aileron and 64, 62 rudder trim settings. Now I am on approach straight. Let's turn left, right a little bit. To shift on the approach straight, the same approach straight for overhead brake pattern initial point, the same approach straight for AAA suppression pattern initial point. Once again, shifting right. Watch hour 6, no one's there. I've lost some altitude, that's not ideal already. And turn right. Turn right on 300 once again. I got beautiful 3 hours of flight time, and my mistake, I forgot to make it out to reach. And brake right, brake right, brake right. My mistake once again. That was major mistake. I would let my engine overheat because of that. So I really hope on clean, smooth suppression pattern. As you can see, it's not 030. I was too late on braking right, but that's okay. That's normal for group operation. I will not be able to explain why, but that's a brake pattern, combat brake pattern. Speed is good. I was too far, I think. That was hits, but anyway, evasive maneuvering. I will not repeat that procedure. Evasive maneuvering, do not hit the trees. No flak units, of course, there. It's all simulated. I will start strafing. I will do combat rejoin formation right combat rejoin pattern right now, and egressing heading is 210, also perpendicular to opposite to your attack heading. 210 on this indicator, and turn left. For my combat rejoin pattern, I will have a base heading 300. That's my own names, and now turn left. (300) base, leader turn. Leader 1/4. As you can see, I've got 45-degree bank angle turn, and when it's 1 to 0, I will level up and do 25 seconds straight and level shift, straight and level flight. Level up. Leader 25, 2/4, 20 2/4, 15 2/4, 10 2/4, 5 2/4, and turn. So I will excuse myself, I will not do any climbing, and I will not repeat AAA suppression pattern. I will start strafing right away. I need more fuel, I need more time for that strafing and for return to base route flying, simulated route flying. Leader base 25, 20 base, that means 20 seconds till left turn, 15 base, 10 base, 5 base, and base turn. That's a combat rejoin pattern. Some guys do circling, that's incompetent. Good guys do circling, but that circle is divided in two parts, and straight and level stints put down inside that pattern. That's very convenient for rejoin, combat rejoin. Okay. And now I will get myself on a target. I use circling pattern for strafing, and that circling pattern has got attack heading. I call it base heading once again. That heading will be 300, perpendicular to the road, to the vehicles, to Opel Blitz vehicle. Set up 30 inches. Manifold pressure exactly 30 inches. And to get myself, the first I should get myself over that vehicle with heading 300. So once again I've got approach straight, and I should get myself onto that approach straight. So I'm approaching with 030 heading. Watch, get visual on the target, and pick up the right timing for final 90 degrees left turn to get myself over that target. And that will be circling, start circling initial point. Unfortunately, I am a single airplane. I would like to perform transition into circling from close formation, from spread formation, transitioning into circling, but I'm not able. I will not be able definitely in any time, in any near future. 300. So my timing wasn't right. I picked up too early. As you can see, my target is that vehicle next to the house. So I will start turn left circling, and I will do 3/4 shifting. So while completing 3/4 of turn, I will do about 4 seconds shifting. I will level up and fly straight and level about 4 seconds. While while turning constantly, my airspeed will decrease a little bit, so my turn radius will change while this first turn a little bit, so I will need that 3/4 shift anymore. 3/4, if my base is 300, 1/4 is gonna be 210, 2/4 opposite heading will be 120, and 3/4 will be 030. So while flying 030 heading, I will level up and fly 4 or 5 seconds straight and level to do that shifting, to shift my circle towards those buildings, to place it on a first vehicle. Okay, shifting is complete. Command proceed with my turning, and let's wait and see how accurate that assumption was. 4 seconds, not too accurate, too much actually. And as you can see, I need 1/4 up. I would say that's pretty much accurate. I need 2/4 shifting. So next circle will be profiled circle. That was a flat circle without any climbing or descending. Now you can turn your trims, not to hold your stick. Now I will do profile circle. So my base heading is 300 plus 150 degrees, that's 090 when I will start climbing. She starts climbing with my elevator trimmed up movement. I will set up my vertical speed between 2500 and 3000 feet per minute, as you can see, and I will climb 100 feet above the target. Target is 150 feet, so 1200 is enough, and I turn left, set up my trim maximum -1 circle, and turn to my base heading 300. I'm too close and I'm too low. Leveling up. I wasn't discreet. I should watch out my indicated airspeed. It was less than 140 miles per hour. That wasn't good. It shouldn't be more than 150 miles per hour, and it shouldn't be less than 140 miles per hour. But anyway, I would say I'm too close and too not too high. My altitude was insufficient, so that first attempt was without firing, and the second attempt will be with I will open fire on my second attempt. And what I can say, this time I will need 2/4 shifting, so my circle is too close to objective. I need to shift it a little bit towards a little bit too far from objective, so I will do that effectively with a little bit less climbing vertical speed. So once again 090 I'm climbing. It will be not more than 2500 feet per minute. That will help me to get efficiently 2/4 shifting. So I will find myself on a longer range from objective when I leveling up. Once again, 45-degree bank angle turning, set up elevator trim. Airspeed shouldn't be more than 150 miles per hour indicated, should be less than 140 miles per hour indicated. As you can see, range towards the target is much bigger than last time, so this time I will do my strafing. I will open fire. I wait a little, no, I'm waiting a little bit, and when she stops climbing I wait a little bit more and gently, very gently pull up until indicated airspeed is 110 miles per hour. Then I dive and start working with my elevator trimmed up to place aiming marker on my target. Quite decent approach, not too shallow, not too steep. Let's make it good firing. That was undershooting a little bit. I'm quite rusty, that more than 4 weeks I didn't practice, but anyway, that was a decent approach. Nice hits on that vehicle. In case of group flying, my team members would finish that vehicle definitely. So very short burst and trying to catch your target in convergence range. My convergence range is 700 meters, so I'm quite stabilized, quite slow on my descending on strafing pass. That's very convenient. Leveling up, she's pitching nose down. I'm working hard with my elevator trim not to let her climb more than 3000 feet per minute and less than 5050 feet per minute. And I'm watching altitude. When it's 1200 feet I start turning left. That's standard strafing circle. Adjust elevator trim, maximum -1 round. Watching airspeed, it shouldn't be less than 140 miles per hour indicated, should be more than 150 miles per hour indicated. And what can I say? I need 3/4 shifting next time, but you can do that with your final heading, final climbing heading, a little bit to the right. That will be 3/4 shifting, a little bit to the left. That will be efficiently 1/4 shifting. So that's the way to set up your initial diving point. I wait a little bit more, and if you wait more, you're gonna have more steep diving. If you wait less, you're gonna have more shallow diving. Oh, that's too steep and that's too far to the right, but still I will quite steep. I don't mind. I don't mind, quite steep. That's what I'm talking about. That was convergence point right into engine compartment, right into the oil tank or fuel tank. That was beautiful. I would say not a little bit unsafe and a little bit too steep, but definitely. So I've been waiting too much. I've been saying about that. I knew I've been waiting too much, but what can I say? I'm a little bit rusty. I should practice more. So good practice for me. That was decent splash. Opel Blitz done in only 2 attempts. So I will chase those splashes. So I need very accurate firing, gunnery, very accurate gunnery to make Opel Blitz destroyed with a very short bursts. That's important. Once again, important in terms of group operations, because when you all aim the same target, 2-3 short bursts, very precise short bursts, and your target is done. I think P-40 would be able even to deal with German panzers with Japanese panzers also. So in more realistic gameplay, this game isn't realistic. P-40 isn't able to destroy train, car even. That's very upsetting. Those 50 cals, 650 cals could do anything with anything, with any target, and even enemy tanks, panzers would be in big troubles with that P-40. Decent hit. I need to adjust my rudder trim a little bit to the left. I need 63. Not okay. So I destroyed that Opel Blitz. It didn't splash, but as you can see, it's destroyed. Technochat off, I don't need it. I failed. I need to add some left rudder trim, so I would do that even without Technochat, but once again I've got buttons on keyboard, but real life pilot or player with advanced gamepad, advanced control devices, sorry, he would be able to do fine-tuning of that rudder trim settings. And I should turn left a little bit, and turning left, climbing turn, climbing left turn. Good, all set. Trim, elevator trim set. Airspeed is okay. Don't let her slowing down. Level up, and this time it's going to be third Opel Blitz, not the second. Second is destroyed. Yes, 2 cars are destroyed, 2 vehicles destroyed, and my P-40 stopped climbing. I pull up very gently, very slowly, until indicated airspeed is 110, and then I dive. So decent steep approach. That was a hit. I should do my burst fraction of a second longer. So I was too greedy. That was a convergence range, but my burst was too short. I think that was 16, 17 bullets, and I needed to be 20, 21 bullets. That's enough for Opel Blitz to splash. I would say that's quite a good gunnery for me today. I just need to pull the trigger a little bit longer. Not my short burst shouldn't be so short. Fraction of a second longer. That's also important. (1200 feet altitude), turning, climbing turn to the left, adjust elevator trim. As you can see, I don't need Technochat for that. That's not stabilized attitude flying. And that vehicle is also done. fourth Opel Blitz. Game considers I've destroyed that Opel Blitz, even without it didn't burn, didn't explode it. And slowly pull up. Pull up until 110 miles per hour indicated and dive. I need 3/4 shifting. Once again, short burst. Once again. I need a little bit more. I need to be more confident in myself. I'm a little bit indecisive, and so I will do that 3/4 shifting by adjusting my climbing heading 5 degrees left. So it's going to be not 090 but 085. This time this strafing pass wasn't 100% okay. It wasn't convergence distance, I think, leveling up. You see, I'm starting leveling up under turning 5 degrees of heading to my desired heading. So while I'm leveling up, she turns additional 5 degrees. Now it's not 090, it's 085, but that's gonna be efficiently 3/4 shifting. I need to shift a little bit. I'm too far to the right. Elevator trim adjustment. Vertical speed too high. And leveling up. So that's not 300, I'm leveling up. 300 plus 30 degrees, that's acceptable, not a big deal, and I will wait a little bit longer. So my previous strafing pass wasn't too steep. I like steep approaches, and gently pulling up. You should feel that with experience. You're gonna feel the right. Still I need 3/4 shifting. That was overshooting, and I was fraction of a second late on the trigger. That was overshooting. Once again, I must say no wind here, so absolutely the easiest conditions for me, and still my gunnery isn't good. That's me. For those of you who watch my Berloga action, my gunnery is too bad. When I played squad, my gunnery also was too bad in squad. That's another mistake. In previous attempt, my heading wasn't 085, my heading was 095. So silly, stupid, unforced error. That's why I'm calling myself rusty. I need to practice a little bit more. That's why we love World War II era airplanes. They require constant practicing, or you will lose your operational readiness skills. That's much better. That vehicle is also destroyed. I will not I will not repeat attack. I need timing, I need time, I need fuel to complete all those vehicles, and pulling up gently. And dive. Quite steep approach, not too shallow, not too steep. That was undershooting, and I thought I was too late once again on a trigger, but still, in case of realistic physics, maybe this game has got those physics that those bullets, they will ricochet from surface, even if it's gravel track, not asphalt, not concrete, not rock track, and they will hit the oil tanks, the differential part, how you say it, transmission. So last two attempts, last two strafing passes were not good at all. I should do something with my gunnery. Maybe I'm worrying too much about something. I should relax and everything's gonna be fine. And yeah, that fifth upper blitz isn't done yet. Now I'm waiting. Her behavior on this final approach is changing with different amount of fuel, but still I know the timings, and now I'm gently pulling up. This approach, I bet, would be quite shallow. Yes, it's going to be quite shallow approach, but anyway, we should be able to do a shallow approach either. That was quite long burst, not too short, and that's not a surprise. I've had a splash. But still, short burst and no Opel Blitz truck. I don't like shallow approaches. Sometimes they're quite safe. When you're doing Ил2 Panzer strafing with your VA or 37mm gun, you need shallow approaches. That's key, because if I will do such a steep approaches like I do on P-40, the angle which with your shells will hit the armor with an angle, with a very sharp angle. So you need that angle to be as close to 90 degrees as possible. And that's why you need to shoot them into side armor. Oh, I was too late on left braking, left turning, my bad. So you're not able to dive vertically down, so you will not have decent angle in the roof armor, and you're not able, so all your bullets will penetrate mainly side armor, so you should have shallow approach. That's key for Ил2, maybe those of you who play, I do not play German planes, those of you who play Stukas and Henshells, that's also important for you. But when strafing tank wagons or Opel-Blitz trucks with my beautiful P-50s, quite steep approach, good approach, steep strafing pass. That was a hit, but also I was fraction of a second late. Okay, now I stop. Now I will do transition into. I will rotate my base angle, base heading. So I will do circle without flat circle, without firing, and do transition into not transition. I will rotate my base angle. It will not be 300, it will be 030, so I will strafe along the road, not perpendicular to the road. That will be much more complicated for me, much harder, because you're gonna need to have much more precision, left-right precision. So, standard procedure for that rotation is 300. I count 12 seconds. I started it in 28 seconds. In 40 seconds I fly straight and level 12 seconds, and then proceed with left turning, do 3/4 of a turn, and once again leveling up and fly straight and level. And I will find in 12 seconds. I will find myself on initial point, but with heading 030. You need that, for example, when your target armor panzer is hiding behind underneath the bridge or hiding behind the compounds. So part of your group should continue with the previous base heading 300, and part of your group should switch to new heading with that standard operational procedure. As you can see, I'm almost there, and when my target is on my 3 o'clock, I will start turning, and this gonna be profiled firing circle. I will not do any dummy circles. So once again, my jump or climbing heading will be attack heading or base heading 030 plus 150 degrees. That's 180. So when I'm 185 heading, I will level up and start climbing. Level up, start climbing. You should maintain low level while turning. That's important for stealthy. Who knows, maybe combat pilot will be more realistic game than this. In this game people can see 20-30 kilometers far. That's ugly. You should be able 3-4 kilometers. You should be able to see enemy airplane on any airplane, not more than 5 kilometers, not more than 3-4 miles from your position. not 15-20 miles. This strafing pass will be quite shallow. I don't mind. I don't have enough altitude, insufficient altitude, but still I will do that strafing pass. Quite shallow once again. Overshooting. That was overshooting, but that vehicle is destroyed. Game considers it's destroyed probably. Engine compartment were hit, drivers dead, maybe something else. Of course that's very unrealistic when crew sit in their vehicles under attack and they run away only when you aim that vehicle second before you open fire. That's ugly, unrealistic. They should run away and wait in those trees. Some of them should open fire, but my 50s would do big harm for them, so they should lay down and stay tight. Stay low profile. Okay, leveling up. I can see my target. This time my strafing pass will be much steeper, I hope, and I will have more altitude. Pull up. My pulling up is too early, so this strafing pass will not be much steeper. Yes, it's also quite shallow strafing pass. Bad gunnery. I don't like those shallow approaches. I need to make it steep strafing passes. Steep strafing pass is much more effective, so I need to wait more while climbing. So how about fuel? I've got fuel, but not enough fuel. I've got not enough time, not enough fuel. I need to hurry up. I need to be more precise. To kill 2-3 Popper Blitz and then switch to tank wagons and egress. Return to base. I need simulated route flying also. Turn left, adjust elevator trim, maximum -1 round. A little bit more than 1 round. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Airspeed is too much. It should be less than 150 miles per hour, but not less than 140 miles per hour. And level up and wait a little bit longer. Wait a little bit longer to have nice steep strafing pass. And pulling up gently. A little bit steeper, but still quite shallow. Bad gunnery, undershooting, very bad gunnery. Very bad gunnery. I'm working with my elevator trimmed up all the time to stay low level. You don't need techno shot for that. That's not stabilized attitude of flight. And while climbing also I'm working with my elevator trimmed up all the time to maintain vertical speed between 2500 feet per minute and less than 3000 feet per minute. When it's 1200 feet altitude I turn left, adjust elevator trim maximum -1 round and watch airspeed, pull up a little bit, let airspeed be a little bit more. So I'm burning my fuel. I got not enough fuel. I should switch to the next target. Pull up very gently. And dive. Let's pick up the last Opel Blitz truck. Quite shallow approaches. I don't like shallow approaches. It was a nice hit, but I was too late on trigger. I didn't set my aiming marker on a in the right spot when it was 700 meters convergence distance. But anyway, I should switch to tank plugins for now, because I got, I think, 3 or 4 circles left and I should return to base. Egress and return to base. Leveling up. I'm returning 5 degrees to my desired heading. Elevator trim down, trim up, trim up, trim up, trim up. Maintain vertical speed. Yeah, bad gunnery. When I started this strafing session, my gunnery was better. But I need to wait more. My strafing passes are not too steep, they shallow. That's ineffective. Shallow approach is ineffective. My approach should be steeper. I need to wait more. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and now. This approach is gonna be steep approach. When it's 110 miles per hour indicated, I dive. Yeah. And first tank wagon is my target. That was unsafe. I've destroyed that vehicle, but that was very unsafe. It was too steep this time. I shouldn't repeat that unsafe approach. And that was decent, not very short burst. So with tank wagons also you need to have your burst a little bit longer, fraction of a second longer. Yeah, in that previous Opel Blitz also destroyed. They decent attack, decent strafing pass when you see that splash. So you open fire on long range. I've got 700 meters convergence. To catch your target in convergence range is crucial for your good gunnery, for efficiency. Okay, turn left, 45-degree bank angle, turn left, adjust elevator, maximum minus one round, and pulling up a little bit. I'm quite close this time. I will not wait so long while climbing. Wait a little bit longer, a little bit more, and I think a little bit more, and pull up gently. Pull up until airspeed indicated is 110 miles per hour, and then dive. Yeah, this is gonna be perfect steep approach, perfect. Next tank wagon is my target. I was left, right, and that was bad to the left, but still beautiful 50s on my P-40, beautiful 50s, done all the hard work, so you could see that splash. That's what I call decent approach. That's why initial diving point is very important. Just like on landing, on strafing, this game is beautiful. When you've got standard operational procedure to get yourself in that point, when you've got standard strafing pass, it's much easier even for player with bad gunnery, inexperienced, any player, some players experienced, but their gunnery is bad anyway. Guys with good gunnery is practically, that's a very rare occasion. So you could be efficient, you could spend not too much ammunition for each round, and in case of group flying, group operation, that's the way you should strafe. Short bursts, short accurate convergence point bursts, and I've got not enough fuel to continue. Maybe this is gonna be my last attempt. Okay, pull up. I'm afraid of being too close. Shallow approach is okay if it's too shallow, but too steep approach is unsafe. No, that's good. Let's make it a little bit steeper, a little bit more shallower, but still steep, decent steep approach. That was a hit, but not, once again, my burst was too short. Okay, I will do another strafing pass and will egress and return to base. I need simulated route flying on low level. I love it. God knows when I could be able to repeat that type of mission, type of strafing P-40 mission. And one more thing, I need 2/4 shifting. So with decreasing my vertical speed, I practically give myself 2/4 shifting. So I place initial point on a high range from objective. I didn't make it quite well. So that tank plugin is definitely also damaged. So the last tank plugin is my target. Not the last, the penultimate. We wait a little bit longer, and pull up now. I'm afraid this approach this strafing pass gonna be too steep. No. Let's wait and see. No. Perfect. Not too shallow, not too steep. That's unacceptable. That was too... I was too late on trigger, but still. That's it for me. The 5th mission stage, combat stage is done. Now I'm returning to 4th stage, route flying. How we say it in Russia, it was too good, but you shouldn't have too much of too good. My egress heading is gonna be 090. It was quite a decent strafing practice. My gunnery is better and better with each attempt. Say hello to good German friends. Hello. Goodbye, bye-bye, see you next month probably. And when I'm on, yeah, you can see another vehicle is burning, another tank wagon is burning, and now I'm transitioning into stabilized, standard stabilized rate and level. So throttle back on 15 inches. RPM down to 43, Technochat. So what's next? Aileron trim 1% on left wing, elevator So now I'm slowing down and watching my elevator trim. When it's 40%, you need 40% to stay level. That means you've got the standard airspeed, and I will switch off Technochat and okay, Technochat off, throttle forward a little bit, cowl shutters close a little bit. She's stabilized perfectly on a low level. That's why I like. And I've got let's say, enough fuel for good, enough time for good, for nice simulated route flying, return to base route flying. I need to increase my power. Set off track IR. And mixture to outer in mixture. Do not forget about that. Throttle forward 21, 22 inches, maybe 22, yes, 22. 22.1, let's say. Let's wait and see if it's gonna be enough. I love this low level, in good weather, no turbulence, stabilized attitude, route flying. $22.1 is too much for health. Okay, I should open cold shutters, and she will decrease her airspeed a little bit. No, that doesn't help. Throttle back. Okay, 21.9 is gonna be perfect. That's a very rare occasion when you are able to decrease your manifold pressure 0.2 inches. Very rare occasion. That's exactly what I needed. 22.1 was too much. 21.9 also too much. I will open up. No, also too much. $21.5 will be good. Not able to set 21.5. Yes, 21.5 is gonna be good. Close cowl shutters. You don't need your engine to cool down too much. Altitude is 40 feet. Yes, 40 feet. That's low level. That's good. And now I'm doing my simulated return to base, very long route flying. Let's head towards Eastbourne, even to Eastbourne, or maybe Bexhill, Hastings, yeah, and go to Sevenoaks to unfamiliar for me territory to perform nice route flying. I've got beautiful 2 hours of time left. I hope I will not collide with any sea surface, with any trees, with any hills. That's low level. That's low level. Once again, I always say that I would like to fly in close formation and spread formation with my own airplane, because when you got stabilized attitude, that's pure fun to maintain any type of formation. Beautiful. So how about this Eastbourne Cape beachhead is gonna be my main terrain feature. I shouldn't lose that. I've lost 2 degrees of heading. That's my bad. Unacceptable. And that cape, that beachhead is Eastbourne beachhead. And between Eastbourne beachhead and Dungeness beachhead, Dungeness Cape, I will beachhead, probably not Cape. I will turn right on Hastings. Hastings and Bexhills would be my landmarks, terrain features, which will help me to find where I am. I will go north to Maidstone. On Maidstone I will turn left, Sevenoaks, and then Fleet. Okay, she's turning. I understand for some of you that type of gameplay could be, you could be bored to death with that gameplay, but I love it because I control my airplane manually, and this control is very easy because I use stabilized flying. No auto level, no heading indicator. This indicator I don't need. Beautiful low level flying. I'm gonna open cowl flaps and let her lose altitude. About 13-15 years ago, when I was playing in old Il2 1942, I wasn't dreaming, but I had desire to form up group of players to play in the right manner with them. Of course, that's too much fantastic perspective, so you will not be able to find any players who would fly on route with such a low speed as I use right now, and you definitely will not find any players who gonna do simulated route flying without any reason, just to fly. I consider that's issues of very small community. If our community would be larger, any types of personalities would be in that community, and I would find good company. But anyway, that's unfortunate. I will not be able to play with anybody in such a manner. Anyway, I could play alone and evolve skills, not letting my skills to get rusty, to not letting them to degrade. That's very important. To have a good gaming, to have decent positive emotions after playing this beautiful game. Unfortunately, developers team, senior management doesn't help. Of course, they could do some things. So 40 feet altitude, that's 13 meters. Quite decent low level. Decent low level flying, and very easy, very comfortable when I will fly above England. Over the England it will be not so easy. You can see that terrain. I will need to follow that terrain to jump or climb without losing airspeed or gaining airspeed, and to descend without losing or gaining airspeed. My airplane isn't auto level, that's absolutely stabilized. I'm sure I will not collide. And as you can see, the only issue, I've lost 7 degrees of heading, so I didn't watch it for about a minute. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's say that's an eastbourne cape. I can see those, that's a good visibility. I can see those towns, cities. It's gonna be Brighton or New Haven, Seaford maybe. Brighton is over there. That's New Haven probably. Or is it Brighton? Could that be Brighton? Yes, probably that's Brighton. And where is New Haven, Seaford? No. Soldin. Maybe. New Haven I will not be able to see, but that's the only river we've got. Well, I definitely will not miss Eastbourne on the other side of that beachhead. That Eastbourne will be my good terrain feature to know where I am. Beautiful. I've got fuel, not enough fuel I would say, but I'll try to do my best. I just need that route line, that approach straight, that overhead brake pattern, and a good decent landing. I just love it. So now it's 15 feet, less than 20 feet. No, it's 30 feet. So 10 meters I gonna close those cowl shutters a little bit, let her increase her airspeed a bit, accelerate a little bit, and she will not lose altitude anymore. But very soon, when she will burn a little bit more fuel, that airspeed will be excessive a little bit, and I will shut down and I will open shutters a little bit more, and that's eastbourne. So now I'm 1016.4.6 or something like that, maybe 1116. So Hastings is gonna be my little common backs hill. When could I see them? No. Could I see those towns? No. Some rivers, no rivers, no river mouses. That river mouse in Rai. Okay, let's make it to the Rai. But anyway, I will pick up the random timing for my left turn. That's eastbourne. I don't, as you can see, I don't work with my stop go watch, with my timing. Not a real navigational work, but who knows, maybe I should. I only watch landmarks and terrain features to know where I am. Hastings is over there. Yes, definitely that's Hastings, and that's Little Common. No, Hastings is over there, I can see it. Yeah. And this is a Little Common and Bexhill. That's his Bexhill, and Hastings is over there. So, soon I will start my left turn. I will add some extra power. Bank angle 15 degrees and 90 degrees left turn. We'll start. Not now, a little bit later. I should pick up the right timing to get myself over Hastings. It's gonna be railroad, it's gonna be road junction, and that small lake or pond in the forest. Just like I said. My heading is in between. So is it now or later? A little bit more, 20 seconds. And let's turn left. banking left, extra power, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, not to hit the surface, less power. She stabilized in left turn. So Hastings and Staplehurst airfield will be my good terrain feature. So many airfields over there in Headcorn vicinity. That's low level, standard 15-degree bank angle turning. Throttle back. I was too late retarding the throttle. That's my bad. Excessive power because of that. Excessive airspeed because of that. That's why I'm climbing. I didn't need that. And throttle forward, 25.1, no, 22 inches. I got last minute of my stabilized low level flying, all low level flying above the English terrain will be not actually stabilized, because you're gonna need to jump and dive all the time. Not 100% stabilized that will be. And what can I say that wasn't I was too early. Let's fix it. Turn left, turn right, sorry. Let's fix it. Let's not collide the surface. Turn right, 45 degrees right turn. In case of group flying with spread from abreast formation, it would be 7 seconds delay turn. Of course, that is for certain interval. For interval, let's say 3 airspeeds. My airspeed right now is about 90 meters per second, so 270 meters interval. You do 7 seconds delay turn, and you find yourself in the same spread abreast formation after completing this turn, but you swap places. Is it Hastings? Looks like that. Looks like that, but I'm too far, too high. Looks like that is Hastings. Well, nothing wrong with that small adjustment, and turn left once again on the 000 heading. Additional power, extra power. And I will fly over the middle point of that town, Hastings, or maybe it's city. Yeah, quite a big town, seashore town, and very soon I will start jumping. Let's not collide with the surface. Jumping and searching for railroads, junction battle, winches, Chelsea, and that pond. Low level flying, you need to stay stealthy, who knows. Okay, plus 5 inches pull up. That jumping, I call it. So you climb without losing airspeed. So when you need it, you level up. Okay, we've got railroad already fine. That looks like Hastings for me. Not leveling up, because another big hill is above, is on my 12 o'clock. Good road. This is that road. I'm not able to watch my map. I've lost 6 degrees of heading. Sorry for that stupid idiotic map. You should be able to see your map without losing sight of your nose, airplane behavior and your instrument panel. I'm somewhere here. That small pond, small lake should be on my, and this is a crossing. There, beautiful, beautiful crossing. This is that crossing, and that small lake is on my 12. Exactly like I said, -5 inches nose down. Not to let her accelerate. So I'm over here. My next terrain feature is gonna be that road bending and Staplehurst and Heathcorn on my right. In Maidstone I will turn left. So leveling up. That's a sign for wingman. Of course I'm playing alone, but that's good technique for group flying. He's gonna be aware of you changing your vertical speed. This small lake is that one, and I need to jump once again. Hawkhurst is gonna be on my 9 o'clock, jumping once again, +5 inches pull up, and I'm safely through, safely above those trees. My bad, I do not watch my heading. I should watch my heading. Once again, 21.5, 22 inches. She's stabilized and looking for Hawkhurst to the left. Dive. -5 inches, nose down. You should stay low level. Where is that small town? White hills. A small lake, small pond I can see. Do not collide with the trees. Leveling up. Small pond. Where is that small pond? Yes, here it is. So I know I am 0519.1, and that Hawkhurst should be on my 10 o'clock. +5 inches pull up. That's jumping, like you call it, not to collide with the trees, and leveling up. No roads, no railroads, no rivers, no ponds on my way, but still I know where I am. I will not dive because I can see hills on my 12. That's inconvenient to follow that landscape. You will not be able to follow any feature of that landscape. And that's Hawkhurst. Beautiful. I know where I am. When you see experienced guys flying 500 meters and do not know where they are, they do not fly low level, they do not stay stealthy for future realistic gameplay in another realistic combat simulator, not such combat simulator when you can see contacts much easier than first raiders could see airplanes. That's ugly. That shouldn't be in this game. So next terrain feature is gonna be Staplehurst airfield. I should dive -5 inch and nose down. a little bit more and level up, pull up, pull up, pull up, and throttle forward. So those experienced guys, they are, I don't know, in some frustration, some disorientation, or some what is wrong with them. They just not able to find where they are. So this is such a beautiful, such a great, joyful part of this game. I need to jump a little bit. How you say? What would you say? No, that's not. That's stupid mouse. And that's that road band I've been talking about. I'm gonna have small pond on my 12. I can see it, and Staplehurst airfield, and I need to dive. So that's not low level. Let's make it low level. And pull up and throttle it forward back to 21.5, 22 inches. And that's a small, very small pond. Good fishing in that pond probably, and that's a road. I know where I am exactly without GPS. I know exactly where I am. That's 0419.7. It's gonna be railroad very soon. Yes, that's a railroad crossing. Beautiful. That's how group leader should behave, should know where he is. But I must say I do not maintain heading, but still such a low level. It's a very elite technique, very hard, very complicated technique. So I'm here, and Maidstone's gonna be on that. After that hill I will start my turning left on Westmoreland airfield. So I'm not low level right now, but I don't mind. Plus 5 inches, pull up. Maybe 5 inches will not be enough. I will add some more. If your nose, yes, I added some more. If nose of your airplane doesn't move up or down, that means you've got the same airspeed, constant airspeed. So your combination of additional power and pulling nose up is good. The same for diving, the same for descending. And now I'm leveling up in horizontal flight. If I'm not gaining altitude, if my nose doesn't go up, that means it's okay. Okay, that's a Maidstone, that's a river, and I turn left without additional power because I need to bleed out my airspeed. I had excessive airspeed, but it was my bad. Minus 5%. I need to dive. That's not low level. Let's dive while turning left. My new heading is 270. That's not low level at all. New heading is to the west, and now I should jump. I was indiscreet, I didn't notice that hill. Okay. And you could feel your airplane's behavior, her behavior when she needs a little bit more power, when she doesn't need that power. Beautiful. P-40 is beautiful. Other airplanes are also beautiful, but P-40 is so stabilized. So next terrain feature, that's very important not to lose yourself not to get lost. Next terrain feature is Westmoreland, and that road, and Sevenoaks is gonna be next terrain feature. Where is Westmoreland airfield? I can see it probably on my 11. Do not collide with a tree when watching your map. No, that's low level. That's definitely low level. I could be a little bit lower than that, but... So, that's an airfield. Great terrain feature to find where you are. I was right not to climb. As you can see, my props probably now green with because of the treetops. And now I should climb. Climbing 5 inches, just a little bit climbing and leveling up. And that was that road after Westmoreland airfield. Climb a little bit more and level up, throttle back, retard the throttle, watch your heading. Do not lose heading, that's important, because in case of group line you would have spread abreast formation. You should have decent intervals to watch your 6, to watch your teammate 6. In stabilized flying that's convenient, easier, but of course I've got some uphill to my left, so if you can see I'm too high, but still I will not be visible because of that hill. And now I should dive. Minus 5 inches. And where is my next terrain feature? Sevenoaks, my next terrain feature. I'm not able to see it, and then leveling up and climb. So plus 5%, plus 5 inches pull up, not letting her accelerate, letting her gain altitude, watching your heading 270 plus minus 1 degree, and that's the road to Sevenoaks probably. Yes. I'm not able to watch my map because I will lose sight of everything. That's a stupid, idiotic senior developer's decision to make such a lousy map. And that's my beautiful Sevenoaks, minus 5 inches diving. And I've got time to... that was that map, Sevenoaks, and next terrain feature will be railroad crossing and Red Hill and this pond. That's gonna be... I should descend. I should descend and watch my heading, because I'm not low level. Those hills to the left of me and to the right from me, they surely would help to be stealthy, but anyway, you should be as low as possible. Beautiful Sevenoaks. In 2014 that would be good, but in 2024 all those towns and villages, they look better when you're on the ground actually. This road is, I'm over here. Where is that small pond? Can you see it? Very small pond. Yes, I can see it on my 1 o'clock. Beautiful. I know I am in 0216.1. As you can see, I'm too high, but I'm not diving because there is uphill right ahead of me. I should maintain that heading, and you can see there's gonna be a tunnel. There's gonna be a tunnel over there. right ahead of me, and small pond and red hill to my left. Now it's becoming more and more challenging to know where you are. Jumping a little bit, plus 5 inches manifold pressure, and pull up, jumping a little bit and leveling up. Nose down and throttle back, and watch your nose, your airplane's nose behavior. If it's stable, not moving up and down, that means you've got decent airspeed. This hill on my 12 is quite huge, so I start climbing earlier, plus 5 inches, pull up. Her nose doesn't go up or go down, that means I've got decent airspeed. I do not change my trims. That's what I need. Will I be safely through? No. Plus 5 inches more, pull up a little bit more. You can do that. I was too late on starting that climbing. And now leveling up, nose down, and second later throttle back. And now you should dive, throttle back 5 inches, nose down. Heading is okay. So my next terrain feature is gonna be railroad. I'm not able to see any railroads. Heading is okay. Watch the trees, leveling up. I think yes, leveling up. Throttle forward to 21.5, 22 inches once again. And she stabilized, that means your airspeed is good. Where is my... Somebody help me. I don't know where I am. Where is my railroad? Probably is over there. I could maybe I didn't notice that. Okay, once again diving a little bit. I'm too high. Where is that railroad? I'm starting to worry about where I am. It's beautiful weather, absolutely fine visibility, but you just need to lose yourself and you will not be able to find yourself anymore. Some pond, this is that pond. Railroad's gonna be... Yes, I can see railroad. Okay, this is that railroad, and that red hill I can see. Dorking I will see once again. My next terrain feature will be road and railroad right next to each other, and then it will be river. Beautiful, beautiful terrain. I'm not climbing, but I know where I am. I am 0 to 1, 3.6 exactly. That's how experienced players should behave. You play on some servers, you can play for hours, and you hear no any reports, grid, sector, and I don't know how to say it in English. Any grid report, grid, altitude. So people do not know where they are. So 15 years ago or 20 years ago, virtual pilots were much more capable than they are right now. So we're degrading. We shouldn't do that. We should. Those stupid smokes on combat box, on historical air war, on Finnish server, when you say something against that, they say, no, that's historical, that's realistic. Yes, that's historical, but smoke, for those of you who were not in the army or something like that, smoke will appear in different place all the time, even when combat occurs. Smoke will have different timing. So some smokes will be for 3 hours, some smokes will be for 30 minutes. So to have the same infinite smoke all the time, the same place, that's unrealistic. So why did you switch off your airplane icon to add smokes? That's a joke. So this is docking, and where is my, yes, road and railroad right next to each other. So I'm 1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2. I've always collided with the tree because of that stupid map. I should be able to watch my map and will keep one eye on instrument panel, one eye on my airplane's behavior. I'm somewhere here. Next terrain feature is gonna be railroad. Oh, I must say I don't know where I am. This road shouldn't be here. Oh, I'm here. That's what. I'm not there, I'm here. Okay, that road helped me to find I'm 10 kilometers to the south from where I thought I would be. Okay, thank you. That was good navigational. So Guildford and that river should be on my 12. Let's dive a little bit once again. How about fuel? Fuel is okay. Railroad, okay. I've been expecting for that railroad. So now I am somewhere here, and next I'm gonna have a river and Guildford on my left. Can you see anything? I'm not diving because I've got uphills head. That's a decent low level, I would say, a little bit higher than we need, but those hills to the left, they keep me stealthy. Where is that river? I should have river for now. Not good, not good. Had some power. I had not enough power, and I've lost 5 degrees of heading. Unacceptable. So such a complicated task to do that low level following terrain, low level following terrain route flying. That's the river. Any features of that river, where I am exactly. Probably here. Where is Guildford? Yes, Guildford is there. Wow. Is it Guildford? I should be far to the north, I think. I'm somewhere here right now. So, very small pond in 021 0.2 will be my next terrain feature, and that's the railroad, beautiful, and the small pond. I'm here. I know I'm here. 0211.1. So I will see that pond, that small railroad, and that 2 ponds, and Aldershot on my left, so I know exactly where I am. Very convenient. That should be crucial for attackers when you need to get yourself to the attack zone and to be stealthy as long as it possible, as long as you could, and when they hunt for you, not to let you live another day. When they hunt you on egressing, oh, that's small pond. I should start climbing. Once again, I'm too late on starting climbing. That's my bad. When you egressing towards your airfield, that's also very very challenging for you to keep safe. Nose down, throttle back. At Aldershot I can see it. Very big city, and I can see that small pond. Of course, in terms of 2 ponds and railroad between them, yes? Yes, beautiful. That's 100% accurate navigation. And Aldershot is on my left. I should dive a little bit to stay stealthy. And pull up. Throttle forward. Next terrain feature. Next landmark will be fleet and those 2 small ponds. And after fleet I should turn 240. Where is fleet? After those 2 small ponds I will turn 240. Let's jump. Very small jumping. That's the fleet. That's the lake, Fleet's lake. And small ponds will be my turning range. Beautiful. Beautiful 1 hour of flight time I have left. I love this route flying. I would like to record that flying and to fly with my own airplane in close formation and spread abreast formation. That would be lump of sugar, that gameplay, but I'm not able to do that. That's too bad. And I can see those ponds. I do not reduce my altitude. Let's turn left. That will be 11 seconds delay turn in terms of 3 airspeeds interval. In case of 3 airspeeds interval. And throttle back. 240. Okay. I'm gonna stabilize my P-40. She's stabilized. And look, watch my map, looking for another terrain feature on my way to find where I am. Beautiful ponds. This road and Lasham airfield and Begginstoke will be airfield, road and Begginstoke. Yeah, airfields to the left, Begginstoke to the right, road right ahead. Jump a little bit, not to hit the trees. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and nose down, throttle back. That's why I was so sad yesterday when I denied myself because of my indiscreet AAA suppression pattern performance. I denied myself the whole mission program, strafing and route flying. Beautiful. Thank you, ZG15 German squad, for running this beautiful server. The only server I can play P-40, do something at least similar to combat mission. Jump, plus 5 inches pull up. And nose down, and seconds later, 1 second later, throttle back and jump once again, and pull a nose down, throttle back. I can see that airfield. That's a concrete plate. That's a beautiful concrete runways airfield, and I'm not able to see that town because it's behind the hill. So I know I'm over here. The next terrain feature is gonna be road, and then railroad, and then Bolton airfield. So knowing where you are becomes more and more challenging. Okay, diving. Oh, not too much. When you maintain constant airspeed, that's crucial for your formation, spread abreast formation also. You can do comfortable formation maintaining, diving, and heading, maintain heading. Those hills will cover me. My airspeed was excessive, so that was my bad. She leveled up herself without my interference. A little bit more power. How about fuel? I will have enough fuel. Last fuel tank isn't started yet. Hasn't started yet. Okay. Road and then railroad, small pond, elongated pond. Maybe I will be able to see Winchester, Stockbridge and Chilton. And I should start diving first and looking. Oh, okay. On Chilton I will turn left to the south. I should get to Southampton, to Ramsey actually. That's a simulated route flying. I need to have some challenges. I do not wish to. I've got no intention to make it easier for me because, as I said earlier, no real practice in combat. So let it be in training server some challenging, and I see that road. Beautiful. Can I see Winchester? Yes, I can see Winchester. Let's turn on Winchester. Turn left. That's gonna be very Okay, turn left. New headings 180. Yes, 180. And somewhere on east lane I will start climbing, and I will climb 1800 feet indicated. That's gonna be 16,500 feet above my airfield. Beauty airfield, or Beaulieu, like we call it in French manner, but Englishmen call it Beauty. I think there is a autosport museum on Beauty. That's Winchester. Oh, I almost collided with that tree. Unacceptable. Let's climb. Do not sleep. Keep your eyes open. Do not screw up your mission. And nose down, throttle back. Okay, Winchester is done. Let's Technochaton transition into stabilized climbing attitude. Plus 5 degrees, plus 5% elevator trim, 72% RPM, plus 5% more. Aileron trim to 0. Rudder trim to 35, plus 5% more. Watch your heading, plus 5% more. Plus 5% more, and plus 5% more. Technochat off, I don't need it anymore. Throttle forward, and mixture to auto reach. I will have enough fuel. That elongated pond, east lane, turn left to 240 heading. Oh, I'm not 240, 270. I was too late. That's the issues of absence of normal navigator's toolkit. I should be there. I should be on Ramsey. I should turn on Winchester. Okay, Technochat on. Transition into straight and level once again. Minus 10%. Elevator trim. 43% RPM. Aileron trim to 1 on right wing. Minus 5% more. And minus 5% more. Technochat off, I don't need it anymore. Okay, so you need to do auto reach all takeoffs and landings on auto reach. Auto lean I was using just for saving fuel purposes, and I can see that elongated pond, which is good terrain feature for me. I will pick up the right timing to turn left 30 degrees on 240. watching that point. So this is an area of entrance into this strait, approach strait, this area. You should get yourself into that area with heading perpendicular to your approach strait, because it's easier for you to find the right timing for that final turn. And if you pick up the right timing, then you shouldn't do any left or right shifting adjustments on approach straight. And you get yourself right on this point, which is initial overhead brake pattern point, and even if you're single airplane, you don't need to brake formation, but you need to get yourself into initial final approach point. When you start standard procedure of transitioning to wheels down, flaps down, descending configuration, and turn left. And if you pick the right time for that, the right point for that, you're gonna do standard transition into final approach, stabilized wheels down, flaps down, descending configuration, attitude. You will do that standard descending. You will find yourself on your landing strip threshold when you're gonna need to do flare and to do landing itself. So that will be very convenient to use less landing strip length to make normal standard landing. That's very convenient. Even you, Denis Егоров, привет. I've been saying hello to Denis Егоров, answering his chat message. Извини, что не заметил твоего сообщения. I've been excusing, saying sorry for not answering his chat message. And I can see Lymingham. That's a good terrain feature. I can see this T-junction. Lyndhurst, this T-junction, and I'm picking up the right timing for my left, final left 90 degrees turn. Not yet, a little bit more, waiting, and then turn left. Altitude isn't enough, let's add power. So all of that is very important for your good landing, and if you do those techniques, do those operational procedures, that's your basement for your base for future combat procedures, because all strafing, all bombing is just the same spatial structure of your trajectory, of your approaches. That was definitely like in a drugstore, very precise. I even not gonna need to do any. I'm not gonna need to do any left or right shifting. Let's set 20.1, 20.2. inches. I would say I need to do very slight left shifting. Okay, let's do it. 5 degrees to the left, 3-4 degrees bank angle, and 5 degrees to the right. And that's gonna be enough, I think. No, too far. Well, let it be that way. No, too far. Another 5 degrees to the left. And 5 degrees to the right. So I've got not too much fuel, and my 2/4 shifting will be 10-11 seconds, and soon I will start my overhead brake pattern. When that threshold touches my wing, okay, that was 40 seconds when I started. In case of group flying, second group member would start 40 seconds plus 15 seconds, that's 55 seconds, start turning, third plus 30 seconds, fourth plus 45 seconds, and so on. And 2/4 or opposite heading straight and level flying would be the same 15, 30, 45 and so on seconds longer. I will have 11 seconds shifting straight and level flying after completing 180, and if I would be second group member number second number 2, I would do 26 seconds 2/4 shifting. It's plenty of time to complete that mission. Plenty of fuel. Not so. I've got some fuel, I would say, almost full tank. Altitude is perfect. 330 is my opposite heading, 2/4 heading. In 330 I level up. Watch my watches, stop go watch. That was 22 seconds plus 11 seconds, that's 33 seconds when I proceed with my left turning. Proceed with left turn. That was 11 seconds 2/4 shifting, and that's a overhead brake pattern for number 1 group member, for group leader. Techno chat on. I will need it to transition into wheels down, flaps down, stabilized attitude. I watch the landing strip. My ranging is okay. I'm not too far, not too close. All set. And I will start 240. I will start transition. Level up, wheels down, throttle back and forward a little bit, RPM full forward, turning left, elevator trim to 90%, not letting her gain altitude or lose altitude, aileron trim to 12 on left wing, rudder to 22, not letting her lose altitude. Wait until her airspeed will be 125 miles per hour indicated. Wheels now nose down, flaps down. I would say I'm too close. Nevertheless, this approach gonna be decent. I should have less power. Yes, I'm a little bit closer than I would like to be. Maybe I should I should definitely adjust my supporter shifting, but anyway, that's a decent approach. With small power adjustments, you get yourself in a threshold. Okay, do landing. Beautiful. That was a nice touchdown. That was a nice touchdown. Good landing. Let's make it without circling a landing run, without using brakes. That's easy for me. P-40 is the most comfortable airplane for me. Flaps up, turn left, and 1200 RPM for high-speed taxiing to clear the runway. Do not circle. Watch out. Do not touch the gravel. Do S-turning. Watch, look ahead to spot any obstacles or something. Throttle back. Throttle back. It's too close to threshold. Trim neutral. Apply brakes. You are too late on throttling back on retarded neutral. Watch in case back. Of course I'm alone, but in case of group flying, watch for somebody who could have very long touchdown and he could collide with you. And now it's 980, 990 RPM for normal taxiing speed, and that was beautiful mission, executed very well. I loved it. Such a beautiful touchdown, I must say. That 820 landing practice wasn't bad for me at all. So my P-40 touchdowns become more and more decent. Now we'll do very long and boring for some, but not for me. Taxiing. Beautiful mission, thank you. SLT SteelSkies server. Sometimes I'm doing most boring stream, takeoff, circuit and landing, taxiing and landing runs, practice landing runs. Well, lately I found out that German word in this server name means boring. So with that guy, who is, I would like to say words of appreciation for him, for such a great training and playground, SLT SteelSkies server. We kinda similar thinking. We've got kinda similar thinking with him. So, which is boring. Aviation is hours of boredom, moments of terror. That's about combat real life aviation, but I don't care about real life. I like this game, realistic combat sim. Unfortunately, no combat servers for me to play. Historical air war training was not 100% ideal, but still very good. Always available P-40, always realistic weather for you Finnish server developers, so masters that historical air war server were run by real life pilot, so he always set real life weather from those 1940s records. So no big turbulence on there was no big heavy turbulence on historical air war, but on Finnish server always heavy turbulence. I'm doing S-turning while taxiing without using brakes, comfortable slow speed. That was taxiing speed I wasn't able to set up when I was taxiing in the beginning of this mission. Do not touch the gravel, the turf, the grass, not to. As you can see, my engine is very cool, and in real life P-40's engine would be very hot in such conditions. That's because I understand developers, that's not a bad thing to do. They've set cooling, heat exchangers, characteristics for us not to have a lot of overheating, but that's unrealistic also. But anyway, I shouldn't bother about those guys who are bored with this game, who are able to fly, to play. Let's hope combat pilot will be good and user-friendly in terms of organizing multiplayer gameplay. You wouldn't be forced to start your own server to play like you want, to get familiar with that terrible mission editor. Oh, that's beautiful. Comfortable taxiing without using brakes, only with my radar. I steer only with my radar. My prop gives aerodynamic influence, and by deflecting that radar, moving that radar, I steer left and right without using brakes. That would be crucial in slippery, muddy surfaces, when using brakes would be dangerous from some point of view, and could cause that was almost circling attempt, could cause stuck in the mud. That's gonna be quite sharp turn to the left. So where I should go? Those B-25s, we will not be able to see them in this game. I think Jason Williams will give his B-25 earlier than Il2 Great Battles Senior Development. So let's go towards that hangar and leave our P-40 in the nice shade of that hangar. Torching British sun isn't good. Beautiful hangar with that typhoon. It would be nice to have personnel right ahead of you. Okay, applying the brakes to perform 180 on stationary position. So not Typhoon P-40, it's gonna be P-40. That was a nice, great mission. I loved it. Definitely. Very well done. So okay. Engine stop, lights out, and what can I say, it wasn't easy for me to find time to play, 4 hours of play time, but see you maybe next Saturday, I hope. And that's it for today. Thank you all for watching that. Let's hope for good news. That was 3 hours flight time and maybe 30 minutes of taxiing. Let's hope for good news. This year from combat pilot developers, I'm not looking forward for that Il-2 Korea. All eyes on combat pilot. Let's wait and see. Maybe this autumn, this winter they will do something, will give us something. Unreal Engine 5 games are magnificent. So thank you all for watching. This was great practice mission, great route flying, and see you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.